What happens when we die? Like, where do we go, Pat?
What happens when we die? So I think that there is something. That's my current belief. My current belief is that something happens. It's not just that's it. Although I don't know why. I understand. Like, I don't think that you should be afraid if that's it, because you'll never know. Like, it just lights out.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah, like I don't like I know you want more, but if there is no more, like, oh, okay. But and this is what I always said, my biggest indicator that there's something is like the universe, like space. That shit's wild. Like, if there's a space doc on Netflix or any of these other, I watch it immediately.
Always,
I love it.
Always, yeah.
I love it, and like it's wild to think like, okay, so it's how many million light years away, and light travels around the Earth in in 1 second. How many times? Like it's mind numbing to think about what has gone on. Like how is this possible? Like, how does this work? Where this is not like. It's like I can't even put into words how crazy the universe is, and how little we've explored. I saw a thing the other day where they said, like, how much can you put into context how much we've explored of space? And this lady who is
It's
an
like
astronaut,
one
some
grain
shit.
of sand on a beach, right?
No, she compared it to the world's oceans, and as if all of the oceans was space. And you had 1 8-ounce glass of water from the ocean. That's how much we've explored.
Yeah.
And you if really think about that, like just 1 8 glass, just the water you've been in the ocean on one day at the beach, is like I don't know how many times more water than that is, and that is nothing in comparison to how much ocean. Like, to think that. That's all we've explored, and there's that much more out there, and probably more if we're really, really diving into this. There's probably more than we're thinking about, than we even know about. Like, it's crazy. So, okay, so to be fair, I think like people who shit on like God, or like all the gods that these other religions believe in, I think that is as likely a scenario as any. I don't think we know. But I think that's as likely of scenario as any other scenario, because I think it's impossible to know. I don't think that it's possible for us, and to just say like everything started with a big bang. Okay, but why were things banging? Where did all this bang happen? Like, you can't just say things banged and boom, everything existed. Why did things bang? What was banging? Like the theory that everything comes from something. Okay, well then, what did the first thing? What did that happen? So if you say God, like you say all power, he doesn't go by the laws of whatever. Like, that's as good of a theory as any theory. Because,
but then why? And then who created God?
That's what I'm saying. The only way possible, that thought process, he does not apply to the rules. Don't apply to him. That's what the thought process is behind him. And but you think about it, like, if you'd say, oh well, everything applies to the rules. Okay. Well, then you tell me how everything started. If everything came from something, where did that? Well, what's the first thing? It's impossible to find a first thing if everything came from something. It's just like a circular argument. It's impossible to know. So like the answer is I don't fucking know. It's impossible to know. So like I will never shit on anyone for their religion, because that is what I don't think we know. That's why I'm not like super, religious in anything. But I think there is no. Listen, your guess is as good as mine. Who the hell knows? There's no possible way of knowing. But I don't think. I don't think that there's like. I don't necessarily think there's like a judgment, like where like you go to heaven or hell. I think I just think something else happens. Like, you're just somewhere new now. I don't know. What do you think?
No, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to think that there's something out there after, but I don't know. I just think we're all big. We're just energy, right? And so energy can't be like killed, right? Like, you can't. It has to go somewhere,
right?
So we'll go. Yeah, just like I don't know. I don't know. I find them all interesting. Like it would be cool to like be like yeah the God, and then there's like the reincarnation stuff's interesting. Of like the theory that you live the same life until you reach nirvana, and like you take your lessons from the past life. Like that's kind of interesting. My biggest question of what I experience in life is deja vu. Like I get that a lot.
It's crazy.
And yeah, and there's sometimes where I really, really like truly will wake up from like a dream or something, and I'll just be like, that situation was weird. Now I'll remember it pretty. I'm a pretty vivid dreamer, and I'll be like, why was I in that room with those people? And be like, who were those people? Why were they there? Like I didn't really recognize those people. And like for the most part, dreams are created for people that you know, and like maybe you really know them or people you've seen around. And then, sure enough, like 6 months later or a year later, I'll be in this situation and I'll just have deja vu, and I'll be like, "Holy shit, was this that dream that I had like a year ago?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're the person I didn't know you back then. Now I do know you, and like we're doing something, and now I have deja vu." And it's like that stuff really freaks me out, and I find in like a fun way,